Okay, so here we are with the Yugoslavian mechanized, and I actually deleted my deck after yesterday. If you saw my video where I actually played against Bolt, Yugoslavian mechanized, when you're making the deck, it feels very, very strong, and it feels somewhat cheaper than you would think, but the effectiveness of the infantry was not as, it was not exactly what I thought I would get out of it. And in terms of the cheaper infantry, like the proletary and also the whatever these guys are, the Manasovana, or however you pronounce those. They're not as effective as I would have wanted, but also what I did is I accidentally chose some of the more expensive units, and it was also a very low point game. So if you're going into, if you know that you're going to be working with people, this is a pretty solid deck to choose. Also, if you want to go with actually a coalition, this is sort of useful. But where it is right now, I wouldn't advise using it. One big reason, my biggest pet peeve with this one, specifically with Yugoslavian Mechanized, is over here in the Recon tab. You get no Recon choppers whatsoever. So if you play against somebody that moderately knows what they're doing, or especially if they want to be a dickhead, they can flank you super easily here, especially when on those wider maps. You're going to be dealing with that a lot if you use this deck. That's probably going to be one of the biggest things about this deck. Now, if you're playing on a more narrow map, like I think it's Bloody Ridge, might be one of them if I'm getting the map correct there. This would be fine. You're definitely going to be good to go here because you can stick a couple of these vehicles over, especially with this M80 here with the exceptional optics. You could stick one or two of those in random places, and you should be fine. Nothing should get by you because of a narrow map. But when you're playing on straight to the point, parallel, anything like that, especially when you're doing one-on-ones, not the best choice. Map dependent and player dependent. If you're playing with friends, if you could say, hey, can you toss a Gazelle, or if you can toss a Recon Choppy my way, and they'll say shit like that, that'd be useful. But as a one-on-one standpoint, just for you alone, or if you're not actually communicating, if you're going into a public match, you're not going to be communicating with people, not the best choice. But what I do think is an awesome choice is not mechanized. Yugoslavia, just nothing. Just bare Yugoslavia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to go through just the basic Yugoslavia deck. I think this is actually the strongest possible outcome that you can get. I really wouldn't go specified with the type really on any of the... Maybe... I don't play support, but maybe if you want to go support, there's some pretty cool stuff. Maybe, but I'm not a support player. So actually just no type at all. And I'm going to go with just the basic Yugo deck. So I'll just call this, why not, just Yugo. I always do the O instead of the U, so I caught myself before I did it that time. And we'll go Yugoslavia. I'll just say basic. And no point, no era, just that's it. Now you actually get some Recon choppers. And they're actually some pretty good Recon choppers. This is just good optics, but it's got some solid rockets. It's got some solid optics, I mean. And the 70 millimeter, so those are useful. I don't know why they didn't just put like the cheap one over there or something. They've got their reasons. I hope they do it in the future for mechanized there, because otherwise that's a pretty strong mechanized deck for sure. Especially if you don't do what I did and just buy the expensive units. Make sure you throw some cheaper units in there. It's a pretty solid mechanized deck for real. But yeah, so now we actually have access to everything that I would want to have access to. We're going to go ahead and build this out. So what we're going to do is definitely grab this M84 command tank here, because this thing's nuts. This is awesome. This is almost very close to on par of the T80K, or whatever, how you pronounce that, for the Russian command tank. Very strong tank, 19 AP, 15 frontal armor. A bit of a glass cannon, but still very strong, 65% accuracy. Plus I love getting the command tanks, because then you can kind of throw them into tight spots and for conquest and things like that. So I always go with a heavier command vehicle, and then I go with the cheaper command vehicle just to kind of work with it, whatever situation you want to get into. Map dependent. Sometimes you want a amphibious one here, so you can choose that in there if you want. But now we want to go with the FOB. And now we want to go with the supply trucks. I do not use supply helicopters. I've said this a couple of times. but I'll just say it again since we're on another deck review here. I do not use supply choppers because they're too easily to be seen. They're too easy, especially when people have recon choppers, which everyone does. Or at least they should do, or they should have. You're just going to get RD'd or you're going to get bombed the second you land those things, and you might even get your troops killed if they land early enough, and they, or if it's early enough and they blow up. So I always use just trucks. Yeah, they're a little bit slower to get there, and they might not have as much, but they're just definitely, in my mind, way more effective. So I'm going for infantry now. You guys got some interesting SF here for sure, and just infantry choices in general. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just go one SF unit, and they got their Eric's wannabe over here with the bum bar. I think I'm going to grab a couple of those, and it kind of looks like a 240 Bravo, but I don't think it is, or an MG42. That's not, and an SG, these guys have STG 44s? Yeah, fuck it. Okay, no. Cool. MG42s and STG 44s. Fuck yeah, I'm doing that. Nope, never mind. Sorry, new guys. I'm definitely going for these. From 1975. That's nuts. Anyway, so yeah, we're definitely grabbing those guys. Now we're looking at 19 AP, MP40s, MG42s. I saw these guys yesterday. They're not great. I don't think I'll use them here because I've got just better stuff to use for the infantry. These are going to be the better man pads, so I'm going to go with these. I'll kind of want them a little bit on the cheaper side, and this way I can get 10, but they'll be trained, so I don't really like that. Well, we got 7. I'll go with, alright, I'll see, what is that, 40% accuracy. No, I'll go with the 7. I'll go with the 7 there. These guys are the Thompson guys, I know that, yeah. Thompsons and bazookas, so these guys got helped out by America, I guess, because they got Thompsons and bazookas. They kind of look like the uniforms from, like, an American World War II. I bet they're... Oh, they got the half-track over the... No, he's definitely... Yeah, definitely. This is the American units. If you want to do a World War II American, like, fight or whatever, these might be the units to send. Anyway, so we're going to head over... Oh, these guys got some cool AKs over here. This looks like the better infantry to choose from, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with these guys again. But what I'll do is I'm going to grab either some drugs or either go drugs or faggots. I don't know which one to go with. 16 at 24, 20, I mean, why not? I mean, why would you not do this? I mean, it's extra 5 points, but fuck it, drugs. We're going to do that. And we get 10, 25, yeah, we'll do that. And then for the extra, we'll do... These guys are really good. So what I want to do is I'm going to grab them as cheap as possible at 30 points. I'll do that, and I'll get, what should I do? Yeah, I'll grab 10 of them, and then what I'll do is also, I want to grab... See, this is why you would think mechanized would be really good, because these guys have their really dope BMPs here. These really good cannons and AT gems and stuff. But it's just, it doesn't really pan out that well. They're a little bit too expensive. Definitely make sure if you're in but if you're in a higher point game, it doesn't matter. I'm going to stop talking about mechanized because I already talked about that. Now we just have to pick what we want to use for this specific deck. Or more likely, or my non-specific deck because it's not actually specified. But I think what I'll do... It's only 13 AP, 20 millimeter, 750 round a minute though. Like, damn. Pretty much just a BMP2, I think. If those are 20 millimeter, those aren't 20 millimeter cannons on the BMP2s, are they? I don't think they are. I think they're 30. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're 30. And then we got these with the 2400, 17 AP, 2400 for 50. What's the armor? Matte armor. 1750 meter range with the M85 cannon there. That's what you get out of this one. What should we do? Can we get this SF? What do we get the SF? Oh, these guys are in choppers. No, I think what I'll do is, what's the range of those? 1,000? Something that is debatable is maybe replace the drugs with the Eric's wannabes over here. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to do that. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. And we'll grab 7 elite of those. Might be a little bit more effective than the drugs. So sorry, no drugs today, fellas. And then we're gonna do. We'll do a couple of these. Actually, that never really pans out, especially with low point gain. I don't want to get caught by that again. I'm not getting caught by that again. So I'll go a little bit cheaper, but I'll get the 20 mils and I'll get 10 of them at veteran. Why not? We can kind of stick them in little places here and there. What do I get for these? 60 points? What are these? 55? Yeah. No, I think I'll stick with that. Debatable choices there, but I'm gonna stick with that. Now we get some crazy AA over here with these Nevas. Definitely grabbing 2 of those. Over here with the R73s. Completely nuts. You get 8 of them. Have to get those. These are some Cubs. I don't think I'm going to go with the Cubs right now. Debating whether to get these Nevas or not. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Definitely want some Artie. These guys are pretty badass here, so I'm probably going to grab a couple of these. Now we got some more MLRSs over here. This is a cluster. This cluster is probably really good. I don't get why they did this, because, like, why would you not just get elite? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 2. You can get 4 of them? Jesus. What is that, 17, 8, or sorry, not 17, 7 AP? 17 AP clusters would be nuts. It'd be one fucking rocket would kill an Abrams. That's nuts. But if it hit it, obviously. What are we doing here? Sprats. Don't they get a Centurion marksman or something? I thought they got a marksman. Or maybe that's the other. Maybe that's the other one. I vaguely remember seeing a Centurion marksman, but never mind. All right, maybe. Wait. Oh no, because that was Finland. Okay, we're playing Duh, but this is Yugoslavia. Finland gets the marksman. What do we have here? Spat Focus. Oh yeah, we got Artie. We got a bunch of different kinds of Artie there. Those are. Yeah, we need like a solid mid-range AA piece here. This is pretty good. These Strellas are pretty good. Yeah. All right, why not? That's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna drop the Noras. We're gonna drop those Noras. And yeah, this is what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with that, and then we're gonna do these. Yeah, we'll see. 26. Yeah, we'll do these. We're gonna see how that goes. Now on to the tanks. Obviously, go for the biggest thing. There you go. Big tanks. There you go. Now what we want to do is just 7-7. This is kind of just the usual setup that I have. Except now what I'm going to do is actually going to drop one of those, and I'm just going to grab one of these 75s. Just to kind of spread out a little bit. I'm sort of switching the meta that I've been going with, which is putting so many tanks in my deck that I just never buy them all. You very, very rarely ever buy them all, so higher veterancy, except for the higher ones up here, and just buy the more expensive, save up a little extra, just buy the more expensive tanks and actually pay attention to them. I think that's going to be my game plan now. Get the better tanks and actually just make sure you pay attention to what you're doing with them so you don't get them killed. That's my game plan right there. What we got? Exceptional, so why not? We'll grab one of those. Definitely one of the Recon Choppies. This is a very good optics, so we're going to grab 7 of those. I got some rockets on this one. Kind of cool for some CV hunting maybe, so maybe we'll grab that a little bit later if we got the room. But this is definitely a grab for sure with the 19 AP. Very good optics. I'm going to go ahead and grab 4 of those. These guys are pretty cool with the anti-material rifles, and you can get them in the Gazelles. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 5 of those. Same kind of range as Recce, so we'll see how they do compared against Recce. That's actually a good idea. I should probably get Bolt on here, and we should just go one-on-one with a couple of these units. I want to see how like the glass cannons go against like tanks, because we've only done red versus red so far. So, but there's some other people that have this mod a little early, so we'll see how those go. Why does this person keep inviting me? I'm trying to do something. Sorry, bud, if you're watching. But what do I want to do? These Greyhounds are kind of cool. But I'm using too many points as it is, so I might have to come back and delete something later. What we got for ATGMs? The Polo 24. These things are kind of cool, and I haven't really used them effectively yet. So I think what I'm going to do is hopefully use them effectively. I'll grab 10 Hardened. Why not? 24 at 24. These 18 of them. Jesus. I might come back for that. I'm starting to run out of points. Really good anti-chop. Oh, no, those aren't really good. They only get 2. Yeah, debatably really good. We'll see. But you get 7 of them at 45, so we'll see. Now, we should have 2 points left, so we'll come back and choose later. But now we want to grab our ASF. So we're going to grab 2 of these. I couldn't tell if this was a Raphael or not. I don't know if this is Yugoslavian made. It sort of looks like a Raphael, but it's not. Like, Raphael's just clearly different. I went and looked side by side with them. Not side by side exactly, but in the armory. They look somewhat similar, but they're not. They're really not when you actually quickly look at both of them. Here we should have ATGMs. Yes, and the Fire and Forget. Good, good, good. We're going to grab those. Rockets and some Mavericks. So, yeah, we're probably going to be having to deal with tanks. Some pretty good ECM, too. So, I'll grab 2 Elite. Start popping tanks left and right with this deck here. These have napalm. These were very effective. These are cool because they have napalm and regular rockets. So, these are definitely useful. So, I'll grab 4 of those. Definitely a cool plane there. I like that. What are we doing? We only have 1 ASF, and I tried to bring more than that. Oh, they're going with the dual focus here with these. I forgot about that. It's got the cluster and the regular bombs. So if you hit like a CV or something, you're probably gonna kill it. That's kind of cool. 26 AP with rockets. 30. Turn radius at 350. ECM's at 30. I'm trying to debate whether I want to 60% accuracy. No. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... This is a cool plane. This might actually potentially be a kind of a cool airborne deck. Huh. I might have to check that out. Maybe what I'll do next time is I'll figure out what I want to do for Finland. Maybe armor Finland and then airborne Yugoslavia. We'll check that out. But I'm probably already boring a lot of people with how long I've been talking about this. But hopefully it's interesting to some people with debating on whether to choose these units or not, or what units to choose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab no seed, by the way, already. It's just no seed. Get 2 of those, and I'll get 2 of these at veteran. So now I can double them up. So if I wanted to do like an ASF like package and have it ready to go, I'd buy 1 of the L19s and then 1 of the L18s and then have them on the same hotkey because they're different speeds, same turn radius, unfortunately. So that actually is a little bit of a problem, but hopefully they'll maybe just split them up a little bit, because the thing that you want is different. Actually, no, because they're different speeds, so they'll get there at a different time anyway. You want them to be a little bit different just so they're not clipping into each other, or they're not so close to each other that one Patriot will kill them both in one shot. But you still want them to be effective. So that's what I go for with my ASFs there as like a package. And now we have to choose 1 more. I'm definitely going to go for a striker, but I don't know whether to get this guy or another rocket plane. That's actually that's a big bomber. What's that? I didn't notice this guy. No, I'm gonna go with this. This is big. That's a big payload bomber there. Only 10 ECM, 11 HE. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, we might have to. Yeah, we might have to go with that. So we're gonna check that guy out for sure. Now we got 2 more points. 128 millimeter rockets. Should I go with it? Or should I go with another vehicle? I think I got enough anti-tank as it is. I don't usually like ATGMs, so I think I'll stay off that for now. But what I will do is I do need some kind of like a fire support kind of thing. Like, these do have some ATGMs, so that'd be kind of useful. Oh, I will check these out, because 128 millimeter rockets. Fuck it. I'm gonna grab those. And that's my 60. So do my usual with these. Where you at? There you are. Grab this. 6. Grab this with my 3 and my 2. There we go. That is my basic Yugoslavia deck. From what I've seen, potentially has some good potential here for being a somewhat good airborne deck. So I might check that out in a different video. But I just did 1 Finland, 1 Yugoslavia for today. just so I don't bore people out too much. But then I think what we're going to do is I'll try out maybe an armored Finland and then also a airborne Yugoslavia. So if you want to check out this deck for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to import it into Wargame when the mod actually does, or well, not the mod, but when the DLC actually does drop. So I hope you guys enjoyed this more informative video, and you guys got definitely a very good look into the new units that you're going to be getting out of the Double Nation Pack Reds from Wargame Red Dragon. Also, work in progress, I have to mention again, so things are able to be changed up until the release date. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I also hope you have a nice day. See you guys.